Yo, we are live, fellas. We are live. Yo, Stacks, I love that Black History Month backdrop you got there, man. You looking like old boy from CB4.
Hey, wow. Be disrespecting like that in Black History, man. That
No,
would be
that's
doing,
that's
man. You don't
respect.
like
Though. Remember, dude, like I'm biggity black, I'm black, I'm black, I'm biggity black.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I see you. I take that. It's a compliment. Thank you.
Looking like a
Yeah.
public enemy, public enemy DJ. yo, how you fellas out there doing tonight, man?
Man, shit, we good.
Good,
Good, man.
good. Yo,
Chilling, chilling.
Murph, you good out there?
I gotta take a shot of this Jose Cuervo,
Oh my goodness.
and then then I'll be all right.
All right. Yo, Mark, you good out there, man?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Man, how that snow looking out there, man?
Oh man, tackling the snow one more day. Like I can't even believe 3 days. You know what I mean? I'm tackling the snow, man. But
Word.
it's all over, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kicking it with y'all guys. You know what I mean? Got the Sixers game on in the background. We up about 15, nothing big. So that's it.
Word. Yo, Stacks, how you feeling out there, homie?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Very productive day at work. It's still pretty chilly here, man. I think it's supposed to be in the 20s tonight or whatever, but we ain't got none of that snow and slushy shit. Shout out to the people that be chiming in early. You got Becca, who the ride or die. I see Christina on there. Holla, okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yo, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Facebook Live. Shout out to YouTube, Spotify. Shout out to who we got? Blackjack TV channel 199, Mile High Radio. Shout out to all of those guys who actually sponsoring us and actually playing our shit. All right. So shout out to everybody out there. We have a good night tonight, fellas. We got a good lineup for tonight. We got a main topic we're going to get into. Merv is going to pitch that up for us when we get there. But before we get into the main course, we got a couple of appetizers on the table first. I know y'all guys want to talk about that the Seattle fuckboy out there who had that issue with old girl. So I want to tee this up over to Stacks first. I want to get Stacks' thoughts on that whole Seattle debacle out there, man, with that offensive lineman. For those who don't know, there was offensive lineman for the Seattle Seahawks NFL football team. Beat up his girlfriend. It was a bad situation.
And they killed him.
I'm gonna give it to Stacks, man. Let Stacks kick us off with that.
Yo, I love ESPN. I'm pretty sure everybody here can agree we watch ESPN a whole lot. But guys, we like sports and shit like that. As a matter of fact, dating back to when I was in middle school, ESPN would come on. I would watch that shit like back. You ever watch ESPN back to back, even though the same shit coming on after that? So my thing is, where the fuck was ESPN when this shit was going down? I think I saw like maybe a 5-second clip on this shit compared to when the Ray Rice situation was going on, when the Kareem Hunt situation was going on. It seemed like that shit took up half the show. And I don't want to say it's a racial thing, but motherfucker, it's a racial thing. I'm sorry, I'm just put that shit out there like that. It is utterly ridiculous that you have to. I mean, you can go and look at anything on the net, but I've seen more of it on the net than you've seen it over the airwaves. I think they did I think that some of the news networks might have picked it up briefly, but I'm very shocked that ESPN really didn't give it that much airtime. I'm disgusted with the fact, and my thing is that this cat literally say he's manic depressive or bipolar, whatever. Yeah, I understand mental health and all that shit, but he pretty much beat up. He knocked out. She came to, and he was like, "Oh, you're still alive." Yeah. So this dude said he's stepping away from football to get some help. Nah, motherfucker, you stepping away from football because your ass probably ain't gonna get picked up by nobody. I'm disgusted that this didn't get more airtime than it is. I'll just leave it like that.
Absolutely. Mark, how does this one hit you, man?
Man, I'm gonna say like this, it's crazy, and Stacks mentioned it. I'm just like, when Ray Rice, when he had his situation, we seen all the videos. They kept showing the videos. It was like no other sports were going on when the Ray Rice situation was going on. Guess what? We seen all the pictures of the dogs when Michael Vick, end up getting convicted for the dog fighting or whatever. That was all over ESPN. They didn't even show Michael Vick. They showed the dogs and then Michael Vick, going into court and all of that and everything like that, man. So I'm just like, yo, when you hear about this guy, Chad Wheeler or Chris Wheeler, whatever his name is, right? You see him at pictures of him actually playing football, right? Like with teammates. And then they might show a picture of the girl or whatever, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, what kind of game is y'all running? I'm like, when Ray Rice and Michael Vick, for real, was going through it, y'all showed the dogs, y'all showed,
right.
Ray Rice wife, and
I never forget the elevator, bro. They showed that shit so much.
So I'm like, yo, they showed that all the time, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm just like, this is what we're doing, and then you barely talk about it. It's like a segment, like maybe like we spend 5 minutes on it, but y'all spend a whole sports center on these other guys. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what kind of shit is that? Then it takes me to, when they try to arrest them, right? We tased them several times or whatever. So wait a minute, let me get this straight. Y'all always in fear for y'all life, when it's somebody black, right? But this guy, y'all weren't in fear for y'all life at all, even though he was taking on about 7 or 8 of y'all at the same time, whooping y'all ass. And y'all, and not that I want anybody to get shot, but man, if that was somebody black, he'd have about 7 or 8 bullets, easy. You know what I'm saying? Cops, y'all can't handle him. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit, man. So I'm just over the whole situation of how they covering it. They take him in alive. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear no real charges being mentioned with him either. I'm just like, wait a minute, you beat her ass like that. I'm like, listen, I know people, who in a fight, and the other person, got whooped pretty good, and that person got 10 years, easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing, he's bipolar and he's a manic depressant and all this stuff. Nah, dude, I don't give a fuck what your mental history is. You know what I'm saying? You seen what you did to that girl, man. You almost killed her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, man, you should be looking at, attempted murder. Easy.
Right.
Easy. For an easy 15. Easy 15. No plea down, no nothing. So, but they're gonna find a way to try to get him off. You know what I'm saying? I doubt he'll play football again, but they're gonna try to find a way to get him off. That's what I think.
All right. So Merv, what are your thoughts, man? This is in NFC West. So you may know a little bit about this guy, you may not. So what do you think, man?
Between Stacks and Mark, everything has been mentioned. But Mark say he may not play football again. No, I don't know how good he was. That's the only thing I don't know. I don't know if he was a major player or not, as far as like playing time or a starter or a skill set. If he's a starter and he's worth some value, he'll play again. Because I've already heard somebody say that the key thing with this one is there's not a video.
Right.
And that's gonna be major. As with the others, they have video that they can play over and over and over.
Right.
So that's if he's a star, they got value. He'll play again, in my opinion. But it is crazy that it's not really being talked about as much as past incidents with other people, where it's headlines for several days in a row.
Right. Here's the crazy thing, man. The guy had problems back in college. You know what I mean? He had these type of issues in college where it was one of those things where he was a red flag coming into the NFL. So that's why he never really was a big name in the drafts. Talent, the guy is like 6'7", 350, 400, right? You know what I mean? So somebody that big playing offensive line, I don't care if you got a little bit of skill, you're still a big body. Especially in the NFL when they are hurting for offensive linemen on any team, right? So he had these red flags out of college because of some things that he was getting into with just his attitude, temper, things of that nature. And the fact that this happens, and like you said, like all of you guys said, ESPN is not talking about it, not that much anyhow. They're not making
somebody asked, is it okay if he plays again since he's a starter? No, I'm not saying that.
No.
One thing about the NFL, if you commit like a crime, if you commit a crime that when nobody got killed in the NFL, and if you good and you got a skill set, they're gonna give you another chance. And especially if you're white and got a skill set, you get another chance. So the NFL look at winning. Only time you don't get another chance is if you do something like Colin Kaepernick and you kneel where you bring in that kind of awareness. But as far as like domestic violence, NFL give you a second chance depending on how good you are with a crime. So that's why I'm saying. That's why I brought up if he's a starter. I'm not saying he should get a chance because he's a starter, but based off historical data with the NFL, if you fucking good, you commit a crime, you plea a deal, they're gonna bring you back. So that's what I mean when I say if he's a starter. Only
now,
time
with that though, Mo, you gotta be careful because even with that, the NFL has become a little bit strict on their policy as well over the past couple of years. Now, to your point, we've seen this thing play out different for someone with a lesser hue. You know what I mean? We've seen, though I think it was the punter Mark from the Giants. Was it the punter or the kicker from the Giants?
That was him.
That beat up his wife.
Yeah.
They had footage of it. You know what I'm saying? And the guy they said nothing. It got to the point where the footage was released. Huh?
Yeah, I said he kept playing.
He kept playing. Yeah. They stopped him from playing after the footage hit TMZ. When TMZ got a hold of it and started pumping it and it started hitting mainstream, they finally came back, I think a couple of weeks later, and suspended him until they did an investigation. But with Ray Rice's situation, as soon as they saw the clip, he was gone. It was like they didn't even ask any questions. They were like, yo, you out of here for right now. Like they put him on suspension and then it became indefinite. So to your point, Murph, the NFL is ran a little bit weird because if you are hurting their brand in their mind, they're going to create some kind of separation from you, if that makes sense. But if you got talent and they can overlook that in some kind of way, and a GM goes to the commission and say, yo, we really need this guy. They'll put it under the rug some kind of way. Yeah, but
all right, so what the NFL, you're right. They'll separate so it won't hit their brand. Right. But they play the long game. They separate the player from the NFL long enough till people forget.
Right.
And then they bring if the motherfucker's good and he can help a team win, an owner, win the Super Bowl or make some money, they separate from him long enough till people forget, and then they bring his ass back. Unless you do the Colin Kaepernick shit where you bring awareness to Black Lives Matter movement type shit.
Right.
This is a fucking problem. And then you ban from the NFL.
Or if you have a different color hue. Because again, you go back to Ray Rice. Ray Rice was a beast of a running back during that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Very talented. You go back to Michael Vick. Vick was the face of the NFL during the time when they got him from that Dalton dog charges. He was literally the face of the NFL. All the merchandise that he was selling for the NFL, all of the sports figures who was from other sports getting behind Vick, he took a hit from the NFL because it embarrassed them.
I'm gonna say one more thing. Then we need to leave the topic. Yeah. Do any of y'all know when Eric Bieniemy had his domestic charge?
Like I think it was like 30 years ago, wasn't it?
College?
Yeah,
in college,
very long ago. He done played football. He done retired. He's done been a coach for years. And one of the things that they're bringing up on why he's not getting a chance, why one of the best offensive coordinators in the NFL that happens to be black, one of the reasons what they're saying why he's not getting a chance to be a head coach is because of his domestic charge.
It's white privilege. It's no different than the chick that's facing federal charges She's facing federal charges for storming the Capitol, but she got the judge to let her go to Mexico for some type of retreat.
4-day treat.
She was able to write a letter to white privilege. Judge. I mean, a lot of people don't want to. I mean, and Kevin mentioned it earlier. It's white privilege, man. I mean, and it run rampant. And if you at this point, if you're white and you don't see it, it's because you don't want to see it. I'm gonna just say it like that.
All right, so let's move on.
All right, so we at the shit. Let's get into the main topic, man. Unless you guys got anything else you want to get off your chest.
We good.
So Merv, I'm gonna tee the main topic up to you. I know this part 1 series is something that was near and dear to your heart. And because I know you want to get into
near and dear to my heart.
Near and dear to your heart.
Nigga, you just can't help your fucking self.
Yo, Merv called me.
Pretty accurate.
Like, yo, man, I'm so excited for this opportunity to talk about.
He called you too.
Yo, Stacks.
He called me like 6. I'm like, dude, what is you doing? Like for 12 hours.
Yo, all right. He was like, yo, I want to share my truth, guys. I want to share my truth. Yo, so Merv, please, yo, the floor is yours, man. Give us the intro to the main topic for the night.
All right, so the topic is how long should you date before you make it official? All right, it was a 2-part series. This is called The Beginning. Why the fuck y'all showing Sean? Sean ain't fucking talking. He taking a drink. I'm talking. Don't do that. I'm fucking talking. The fuck? Nigga focus on Sean taking a shot of liquor.
Relax,
oh, my bad. My bad. Hey, so we came with the topic because these other 3 niggas had no idea what the fuck to talk about that the people might be interested in, and they asked me the same thing. Oh shit, my bad. Hold up. Hey guys,
this what we doing?
Hey, listen, today is Wednesday. It's been a busy work week. I'm stressed. Let me take a shot of some more Quavo. A little Quavo. Call in the morning. Just hold up. I need to take a shot of Quavo. Hold up.
I'm sorry.
Wait. I apologize to all our viewers out there, man. Okay.
That relaxed me, y'all. I'm better now. had to take my medicine. So, but nah, real shit, right? Because the topic is how long should you date before you make it official? So, I've invited a lot of people to come and look at the show. I invited, got the guests coming on. I sent this out to a group. I'm hoping a lot of females is looking because I've been in a lot of topics, a lot of discussions about this topic where some females have some strong opinions about this topic about how long you should date. You got some females I've heard say, like after 6 months, you should know whether you want to be with them or not. You got some that say 3 months. Then you got a little bit more. You got some of the reasonable females that say, "Not give them a year. You know, maybe a year. Then you should after dating." And I'm assuming that the guy timeline and the female timeline are totally fucking different. You know what I mean? I've dated a female one time, up to 2 years before she got the girlfriend status. Yeah, I gotta take my time. Cause let me tell you something. Shit. No, what? Oh shit, what? Let me tell you something. And I hope I spark some people to come on here and comment. I gotta get past the fucking representative. When you first meet somebody, you got the fucking honeymoon stage, you got the compromise stage, you got the whatever you want honey stage, you got it's cool. That's fine. You got all that shit the first 2 months, 3 months, and then after about that month 7, month 8, then you get that hell no. Nigga, you out your mind? Then you start getting that shit. Then you start get past the representative and see who the fuck they are at the core. So, in my opinion, you gotta date long enough till you see somebody. I say, hell nah. Hey, if no, that wasn't all the time, but yes, I did somebody up to 2 years before. Listen, now, yeah, up to 2 years. That might be long for most people. I'm a different kind of nigga.
It is.
Hey, but I'm glad you're commenting. And if you want to come on here, let us know. We'll send you the damn link. You can come on here, and then you can give your commentary with everybody. So that's why I thought about this topic, because there's so many different Everybody got their own definition of how long you should date before you make it official. So is it from the first date, or is it from when y'all decide to be exclusive? Because you can't decide to be exclusive and not be boyfriend girlfriend. You just decide that if we have sex, we only gonna have sex with one another. That still don't make you boyfriend girlfriend. Even though some females, after y'all have sex, they automatically be like, yeah, you know we go together, right? No, we don't. Why? Because we just had sex. It don't work like that. We gotta have a fucking conversation. So that's why I brought this topic up, because I expect to have a lot of good conversation, a lot of good talking points, and I do have somebody that wants to come on here and speak. We could get everybody. Matter of fact, let's get Stacks, Mark, and Sean. We get y'all opinion on it, and then we'll bring our guests on.
So, Mark, what you got to say on that?
I'm gonna say like this, man. Look, I'm like, listen, I could be feeling her, right? But if she like, just kind of just, she ain't really like assertive, like, and be like, yo, Mark, I'm trying to deal with you and you only. That means I'm still running my whole program. So like, yo, like I'm still doing my shit. Like she gonna have to come with it. She gonna have to come with it like, yo, Mark, I'm trying to see you, only you, and that's it. But if she ain't really coming like that, I'm still running my program. Like, all right, yo, I just dropped you off at 10. We about to go do something else at 11. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the way that's rolling.
Damn, Jay-Z.
Yo, like
we gonna do it again.
I'm like, look, but seriously though, like, I mean, you could like a chick, right? I mean, like, yo, y'all hang out and all that, but she just kind of playing it too cool for me. Don't play it cool, sis. You know what I'm saying? If you with it, you better let me know you with that shit. If not, I got other plans. That's the way it's rolling.
So how about you, Stacks? What you think, man? I know your situation is different as well. So,
man, that nigga ain't always been in that situation. Talk, nigga.
Yeah, you single folk scare me. I won't say that first and foremost. But I don't think it should be any time in it. I just think when sometimes it just feels right, because I've been in a relationship where there was never really nothing announced. What's that phrase they say? What's understood don't have to be said.
Right.
We was dealing with each other for a while.
You gotta be said with me, goddammit.
Obviously, motherfucker. But I think after you dealing with somebody for a while, if it feel after a while, you are just simply, to me, after a while, you start dealing with each other, y'all having sex, and y'all start kicking it like that. I think it's understood. And we got a guest backstage. If I don't want to really keep her waiting, we got Mel backstage.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
Wait a minute. Let me go to Sean real quick.
Let them wait.
Hey, the guests are waiting, Your Highness. Let them wait.
I'm watching the Coming to America preview today.
Hey, yo, Mel, hey, these motherfuckers are ignorant. Don't leave. We about to put you on.
Don't leave. I'll make it 2 minutes tops. No, like, here's the thing, and fellas, you got to be honest with this, and ladies too. When you're on the prowl, you know what you want, right? When I saw my Wiz, I knew that's the one. I'm a bagger. It may take some time, but I'm a bagger. Just because I'm a scope her up from a distance, I'm a scope her out. I'm gonna see how she move. I'm gonna see how she talk. I'm gonna see how she handle herself before I make that move. Before I made that move, it was already clear in my mind that if I bag you, we're gonna rock this thing. If it works, you know what I'm saying? Because you kind of know what you want. Your heart knows what it wants, regardless if you want to admit that or not. So that was my thing going in. I knew what I wanted at that time. I scoped it out. I was sitting in a cut for, like LL say, sit in the cut, lay back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't say anything to it. Just wait until the right opportunity. And when that door opened, I just slid in there like, yo, you're gonna be mine. I'm gonna marry you one day. And I was like in my teens, and it was gonna happen.
Wait a minute, hold up. Mrs. Sean, you come on and corroborate. I need Mrs. Sean to come on corroborate.
Yeah,
Sean,
she'll tell
Sean,
you. Yo, what?
Sean,
what?
You already married. You gonna get the pussy tonight regardless. You had to come on here and goddamn try to
whoa.
What?
Bro, you know her. Chill. What's wrong with you?
Nah, man, fuck that nigga coming to my man. When I saw my boys, it was love at first sight. When I saw her, I knew it was gonna be like, nigga, that's not what he said.
No, listen.
That's not what he said.
I didn't say love at first sight.
Oh, my bad. Look at my bad.
I was in the cut chilling, watching how she moved. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was in the cut chilling, like trying to figure out, like, yo, there she go, Mark.
Yo, hey, what's up, Ingrid?
Yo,
hey, what up?
Yo, she'll tell you straight up. I was in the cut chilling. I wouldn't say nothing too. I walked right past her, but I'm like, yo, I'm peeping where she walking like today. I want to see if she about that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And when that opportunity opened up, I was like slid in there, like, yo. My name is Sean. Nice to meet you. Yo, but that's yo, nice for you to meet me. So, yo, let's bring our guests on, man.
Are you finished your bullshit so we can bring the guests on?
I'm done for right now. I got more to get into.
We know you full of it.
Yo, so we bringing on Mel.
Right.
Let me know if y'all can see Mel.
Wait a minute, we can't see it yet.
All right.
I can see him.
All right, there we go. No, I just can see it. You know what I mean?
We're good.
My bad, man. I don't want no problem with Philly. What's up, Mel? How you? Is she frozen?
Is she frozen?
You frozen? Is Mel in Georgetown?
Oh, you got jokes, nigga?
No, I'm just
don't do that.
You know that.
Hey.
Nah, you was taking a shot, clearly.
Hey, yeah, you was taking a shot. Hey, Mel, can you hear us? Mel.
Yeah, Mel in Georgetown.
We gotta bring it back in.
Hey, yeah, take out. Hey, all right, now we take guests all the time, but if we bring guests on, y'all can't come in here with that Boost Mobile internet now. Y'all gotta goddamn at least have some fucking
yo. If you are in Georgetown. If you're in Georgetown, go on the back porch. No, go on the front porch. Go on the front porch.
Hey, man, don't do that.
And put a styrofoam on your head, and we can get the signal clear, and we good to go.
Wow. That we doing?
No disrespect, Georgetown, though.
This is exactly why the fucking bridge. This is exactly why the fucking bridge is over. This is why. Exactly why.
Yo, hey, is she ready, man?
Is she back?
Nah, not yet.
Nah, she still got. I don't see her backstage.
She probably got to go into the city, man.
She ain't from Georgetown, nigga.
Okay, all right.
God damn it! Now, but while we wait till her come on, we got a lot of females that's watching. So females in the comments right now, how long would you date? How long would you date a guy before you feel like y'all need to make it official? I see several females comment, so let me know right now how long y'all can date a guy. What's the minimum amount, or is there a minimum amount of time? 6 months, 7 months? Let us know. Go and put in the comments so we can respond to that.
Well,
so I'm assuming none of the females watching right now would date me for 2 years before I wait to give y'all a title, huh?
I don't think none of no, not at all.
All right, let's try this again.
Yo, Mel is back. Mel is back.
Mel's back.
Hey, but let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing. But ladies, what if those 2 years are the best 2 years of your fucking life? Would you wait then?
Will you?
Yeah, man, nigga. I'm just saying. Okay. If those 2 years are the best years of your fucking life, you don't think that nigga's worth waiting on? I'm just asking.
You know what?
But give us your comments.
Hey Merv, you see that comment? You asked for the ladies. Christina has spoken. This shit too long.
That's a long time.
Hey,
Who are you, Russell Wilson? Like 2 years, dude. Like,
Yeah, Martin got time for 2 years. Martin got time for 2 days. Martin, like I didn't know.
Yo,
listen.
Oh, we got her.
Well, we got her. All right. Cool.
Hey y'all.
She sounds like she about to go. Sounds she about to go in.
Hush, well, I do have one statement to make. I did not like the fact that the other, I think his name was not Sean. What's the gentleman's name in the blue shirt? The Gators. What is that?
Oh, Mark with the Gators.
Listen, he rubbed me the
Mark.
wrong way when he said, Mark, I swear, when you said we should just, it's understood, we're together, I'm gonna just ride with you. No, you gotta make a relationship where y'all be crystal clear. You want women to sit here and just be thinking so you can come back the next day and say, well, I never said we were together.
Hey, I just like her to make it clear. That's all. Right. That's all.
Get his ass, Mel.
Yeah, clearly she don't know Mark. Yo, Mark. Clearly you don't know Mark.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Mark got different rules.
Wait, wait a minute, she breaking up. I can't. I'm
Mel,
trying to.
You still having some.
Hey, Mel, can you go closer to your router?
Yo, Mel, can you go in the living room?
Yeah,
we can't
Casey,
hear
the internet is not working. I don't know what's going on.
We can hear you.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I got you.
Yeah,
so that's all I'm saying.
Now we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you go closer to your router?
You might have to come back out, come back in. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that.
Hey, Miss Abrams. Miss Abrams. You can come on here, Miss Abrams. Miss Abrams, you can come on here. You're doing a lot of commentary.
Yo, Mel is really walking to the front of the house.
I'm trying to figure out why you guys can't see me or hear me.
You good now? Stay right there. Stay right there. Hey, go grab some aluminum. Go grab aluminum.
Okay.
Do the mannequin challenge.
Are you in
do the mannequin challenge? Don't move.
Are you in an underground bunker?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Good.
But I did.
Oh no.
Make things crystal clear and to somebody and not have an established committed relationship. Nobody has 2 years to wait. Anybody 35 or over, any woman 35 plus, we don't have 2 years to wait on a man to say, yes, we're in a committed relationship. That's just not going to fly. I feel like men know within the first 3 to 6 months if they want to be with you or not, regardless if you know, like if you know the person, the representative or not, you know if you want to be in a committed relationship. You may not know if you want to marry them, but you know if you want to roll with them or ride with them for an extended period of time. I feel like, am I wrong? Y'all know when y'all meet someone 3 to 6 months, you know if you're going to be with them or not. You know if they have the qualities that you want to be with. You know. I think you guys know. Y'all just string us along sometimes.
Nah.
Anybody respond? Hey, Sean, you can't respond because you're gonna say the political. Give me some answer.
I ain't finna give away the playbook though.
Right, I'm not gonna give
a lot of that. I mean, you're right about a lot of shit, but I ain't about to give you the playbook.
Right. In some respects, what Mel's saying, I do think it's about your age though, because young Sean, I was like, I know I want to be with her, but I still want to take some time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to really overly commit at that time.
Hey, Sean. Hey, when you're young, it's like that song from 112 Part 3 album, Baby I'm a Player, the Player song.
No,
track 10.
It's not always that.
Stop it.
Oh, wow.
Stop it.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Stop it.
But you said 35 and up, you're right. You gotta know
35 and up. We don't have 2 years to play games. You know, let us know.
Right. You really don't have time to play. I agree.
Yeah, as you get older, your patience grows shorter.
Right.
That's too long. That's too long.
Right.
So my thing is, let's talk about the playbook though. What's the playbook? You don't want to give away the playbook. What's the playbook? Yeah. What's in the playbook? Can I tell you what I think is in the playbook?
Okay, all right, so cool. All right, cool. So let me ask this. Everybody last relationship. If you current or last relationship, how long did you date that person before y'all got a committed relationship? If you're not in a current relationship, then think about your last relationship. Each person on here.
Damn. That's so long ago, man.
Shit. Yeah.
And the people watching, the females, especially Miss Abrams, the people watching, if you're in a current relationship, how long did you date before it became official? And if you're not, in your last relationship, how long did it date before y'all made it official?
Hey, I wanted to put that up because I knew somebody would bring up. Hold on.
Hey, Miss Abrams. And to this fucking day, fuck Steve Harvey. I don't watch his show. I don't even watch movies no more because that bullshit book that he did, where he just trying to get some goddamn money and get relevant again. Okay, I'm done. I had to rant real quick. Go ahead, Stacks.
Hey, Merv, Steve Harvey, that 90-day rule shit is what anybody that's going. I'm gonna just call it what it is. If any dude is going with that 90-day rule shit, you best believe he probably fucks up on the side. I mean, he might want to be with you, but he's not waiting 90 days to fuck you. I'm sorry, it's too many motherfuckers. It's too many bras out there.
There's too many women out there
that's fuck.
Yeah, not for 3 months. Three whole months.
Yeah, exactly.
And then let's just be honest. Men already have somebody in the background anyway. So while you're holding out, got their own that's gonna come through no matter what you
I wouldn't generalize.
Well, you know what? Hold on. That may be true. But females got dick in the glass too.
That's gonna stick around through it all.
Hey, but hold on.
I mean, I didn't say that females didn't. I'm just saying we're talking about we're talking about men right now. We're talking about men. We're not talking about what females have. Stay on point, okay? Stay on the topic.
But you know what though? I would say like this. My last relationship though, like 2 months. Like I don't know. I mean, we just rocked out. So you know what I'm saying? It was 2 months. I mean, I was doing my thing at first, but then I started spending more time with her. Then it was just like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is going on? And then, you know what I mean, we got together. So that's how that shit went.
You said 2 months?
2 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Anybody? You know what? I don't think I've ever been in a relationship after 2 months.
Yeah.
No.
You
know what? Hold on. Maybe in high school. In high school, yeah. But after I got to college, after I got to college, 2 months was dead.
Yo, it's the crazy. I think Stacks and I are like an anomaly in all of this because Stacks and I
wait. No, nigga, you're not gonna do no self gratification, self complimentary, tune your own horn bullshit. Talking about me and Stacks is a fucking anomaly. No, the fuck you not. No, the fuck you not. What? You anomaly because you be in a long term relationship?
Just let him go, Sean. Just let him go.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man.
You funny, man. You come to the motherfucker. You know what? I feel like me and Stacks are an anomaly.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, why you mad at us? Because we love black love. It's black love, man. What's
man.
Oh, we don't like black love?
So you gotta ask Merv the question. You know what women ask people that sound like Merv? Women say, "Who hurt you?"
Oh,
and live in Front Street.
Hey,
I said it. Merv does need a hug. I agree with the comment. So who hurt you to make you feel like?
Who hurt you?
Oh,
shit.
So Mel, you saying
my phone real quick.
Mel, you saying that Merv is using this as therapy?
I think so. I think somebody heard that man.
Whoa, hold on. Somebody said, "Why is?" Hold up. Hey, put that comment back up. Put that comment back up. Why is sex so important, and there has to be a time frame on it? Well, why does there have to be a time frame on a relationship then? If we're gonna talk about that, let's compare both of the damn apples now. If ain't no time frame on sex, there should be no time frame on a relationship.
I'm gonna say like this. It should.
Go ahead, Mark.
I'm like, look, if y'all vibing, You know what I'm saying? That shit's supposed to pop off anyway. Y'all vibing.
Right.
Y'all vibing.
Right.
That's
Right.
supposed to pop off.
Right.
So can I ask a question?
Can I
ask a question?
Oh no, I'm
So-
good. The fuck no.
So do you think of a woman? Do you think of a less of a woman that had sex with you on the first night as opposed to waiting to those 90 days? Can sex on the first night lead to marriage? Can sex in 90 days lead to marriage?
You know what?
Go ahead. I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't judge. I wouldn't judge a woman if she has sex on the first night. I think she's a model American and she's setting an example. No. All jokes aside, though. Hey, real talk though. I wouldn't judge. Just me personally, because no, not at all.
No, shoot, me neither.
Not at this age.
I'm gonna say like this. I wouldn't judge, but I don't think it'll lead to nothing more than just more sex. Like, cause I'm like, yo, first nighter is usually a one-hitter quitter, or it's more like, yo, I met her in the bar, something like that, 2 a.m. Yo, let's roll. Like, so I'm like, I wouldn't call that. You can't develop that into no relationship. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, chick, I met you at 1:55. Like, I was about to leave a bar. Like,
I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
You know what I mean?
I don't think.
No, let's talk
I'm
about
not talking about one night stand, Mark.
I'm not talking about a one night stand. I'm talking about because internet dating is really big now. During the age of COVID, single people are meeting people online. I mean, that's just the way it is. So if you're having conversation with someone, you've been talking to them, and you go out on the first night, you meet face to face for the first time, and they have sex with you the first time you physically meet.
Oh, but
now one night stands, of course. Like, who want to be with a one night stand? A woman don't even. Y'all easy.
Whoa.
Wait
a minute. No, what I'm saying is y'all mean like you talking about two people already been talking. They've been talking on the internet. They've been talking on the phone, and then they meet up, and then they just go down. Oh no, that's different. That's different. That's different.
Hey,
I mean,
Hey, Mark said, "Why the fuck I want to be with you? I met you at 1:55 a.m."
But let's just be honest. Women feel the same way sometimes. We feel like men are easy. We don't want to, settle down with a one night stand, because who you passing that around to? Every person you meet the first time, we don't want that. So I mean, I honestly feel like women feel the same way as men. Some women don't want to be with a man if they're so easy that we can get them on the first night. Like we like standards too.
Hey, yeah, I feel you on that.
Okay. I can fuck with you on that. I can fuck with you on that.
Hey, that's why I try to be in the weekend line. You know what I'm saying?
But
get your shit together. You know what I mean? Be in the weekend line. Get your shit together.
But I think that both sides, I think even women and also men, I think you attract what you
go. You know what I mean?
You attract what you probably don't want, and you not realize you meant to change everything up. Like for me, I wanted someone that could arouse my intellect as well as my loins. You know what I mean?
Is that what we doing?
Hey, if she wasn't, like, I told my witness this before. I was like, yo, I wasn't into dumb chicks in school. I wanted the nerd. Like I wanted the one that was smart, because I'm like, the dumb chick probably had, the fatty look good or whatever, but she was dumb. Like, yo, that's not gonna last. That's crazy. And a lot of guys, they go for the aesthetic appearance. A lot of females, they go for the aesthetic appearance. Like women, they see a guy pull up in a whip and like, yo, he got a nice whip, he got nice clothes, nice car, everything, right? And then they mess around and get a cornball, and this dude beating on her, he turned out to be not what they thought he was. He got the buns early, and now they mad, they're scarred. You know what I mean? Like, I think Mel say Merv is a little bit scarred, and I do look, Mel, in Merv's defense, the guys,
the bullshit.
All of that. This is Merv exhaling out here, right? And I applaud him for that, because Merv is brave. Merv is a brave guy, and I applaud him for exhaling out here in the public. So you got to be careful what you attract. You know what I'm saying?
You make me drink.
There, if you want just the buns, you're going to get just the buns, but there's a lot of things that come along with it. You can be 35, 37 years old in the bed by yourself looking crazy, you know what I'm saying, where you don't have anybody to turn to. That's how I looked at it. Even when I was a youngin', that's how I looked at it.
I feel you on that. Man.
I feel you
These are Murph's absolutely. These are Murph confessions.
Murph confessions. I do have another question.
Okay.
I want to know why men marry or settle down with an average 5 or 6, but cheat with a 10 or 11. Why is that? If you was gonna cheat with the bad bitch, so to say, then how come you didn't marry one?
I can't answer that. I got a 10, so I can't answer that question
either.
Well, I'm just gonna come with a theory,
but okay.
Hypothesis or whatnot. So like, I'm about to ruffle some feathers now.
Ruffle them, honey, because I have questions.
I'm about to ruffle some feathers now. I'm about to ruffle some feathers. So, you know why? A lot of times a guy end up with the lesser looking female as opposed to the dime or the trophy female that you can walk around and everybody eyes on. It's several reasons. Every reason could be different, but several reasons why it could happen. One, a lot of times if you're a 10, 11, whatever, you're fucking spoiled. Ooh. You're not used to the word no. You're self-centered, and a lot of times you know you bad. So if you know you bad, your tolerance level could be a lot shorter, or you have no compromise because you be like, y'all have to put this shit. I get any fucking body I want. So when you're dealing with that kind of attitude or that kind of personality, and they already butting heads, or you ask them to do stuff, or they don't want to do, then you got some of them they know they look good. Some of them may not do stuff around the house. Or you got some people that look real good and their sex game is whack. Like they fuck pretty. They look pretty and they fuck pretty.
Wow.
What? I mean, that's true. Now when you got somebody that's maybe a lesser scale on maybe like less on the scale for as looks, they might be willing to compromise more. They may be a little nasty in the bed, you know what I'm saying, willing to try different shit.
Something a little strange for a little bit of change.
Yeah, something like that. And they probably just a lot nicer and less drama with them.
Yeah.
So that's how you know. Like nobody wants to marry a fucking headache. If you're a fucking headache, nobody wants to marry a fucking headache. Okay. So if that 6 or 5 long term is less drama, less stress, they're going to.
What comment up there says she sound hurt? Put that comment back up there.
Oh, you saw
shit.
I saw that. She sounds Camden. Why do you feel like I sound hurt, sir? Just I'm asking questions because I'm asking what women want to know. We see men walking around all the time with average chicks. Natural. When I say average, I mean like the average chick, the chick that does the brows and the lip gloss and not really put together, but then you see them in the club with a dime sitting on their lap. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm hurt. That means I see these things. I observe these things. So I asked that question. I'm not hurt. I just wanted to know why men marry average, but then they cheat with someone who looks way better than what they already have at home. Sir, that doesn't make me hurt.
I see the reverse though, to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've seen both.
I'm gonna say like this, and with the reverse, it's kind of crazy because it's just like, yeah, he got this chick, she bad and all of that, and that's cool. But then when you hear a story, it's just like, damn, I mean, why you stepping out on your wife, man? I'm like, she look good, cater to you, all of that. Yeah, but she get on my nerves though, man. You know what I'm saying? She ain't about it like that or whatever, whatever you saying. And then he ended up cheating with this chick who, got like a cyclops. She got like one eye in the middle of a fucking head. But that's what he's doing though. You know what I'm saying? That's what that boy doing. I'm just like, damn, yo, I mean, you actually got a good chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, when you young, I understand all that shit. But once you move in your 30s, it's just like, I kind of don't understand it. It's like, dude, she's a cyclops, dude. Like, why is you cheating with that? You know what I mean? For real, like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? But some boys be doing that because it's just like, yo, she's going to do like some serious, nasty ass sex. She going to do all that shit. You know what I mean? She's slobbing and
baby.
You know what I mean? For real, yo.
Babies.
I mean, for like, yo, it's going down in the car. It's going down at the corner stool at the bar. Like right there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So basically, I feel like, why not? I feel, and that cyclops, that was funny. But why not marry the whole package at one time? Why not get everything that you need? Why not get the down to earth chick, the Don, the one that's gonna hold you down, your queen, and stick with them and stay with them? Like, why do you?
Hold on. You know why? Because you just described as a fucking unicorn. That's why. And when the last time you seen a unicorn?
I got one upstairs right now.
Come on now, you better praise your black queen.
You ain't gotta keep doing. You ain't gotta keep saying all this shit.
I'm just saying, no.
Wow.
Think about it.
Wow.
Again, even as a youngin, I looked at it as an investment, right? I looked at it like this: if I'm going to get into a relationship, I had too many examples around me at a young age where it didn't work out. Like, I was born out of wedlock. My mother and father wasn't in the same house. I didn't grow up in the same house with my mother and my father, right? So I never saw like what the family should look like, from my dad being there, my mom being there. My mother raised me. My dad was around, going to see my dad on the weekend, but my mom raised me one-on-one, right? So it was one of those things where my mom taught me, and God bless her, my grandmother taught me was, you know, the man has to take care of the family. You got to take care of your wife, and you got to do everything you do to make things work. So in my head, when I was younger, and this is crazy because at the age of like 16, 17, I was thinking like, if I get into a relationship, I don't want to fall out the relationship. I don't want to be going back and forth. I don't want to do this whole thing all over again. For one, I don't got patience. That's number one. Number two, I don't got the time. And number three, most importantly, I looked at it as an investment back then. When I looked at it as an investment in my wife back then, like, look, I'm going to marry you one day. Let me get my shit right. I'm going to marry you one day. Just let me get my shit right. I'm in the military now. Let me work this thing out. But one day we're going to get married, because I look at it, she was my investment. Because I wanted to wait 20, 30 years later where I can say, you know what? I didn't have to tell these horror stories about, you know, getting into a marriage, divorcing, having drama after that, and having all these babies out here and all that crazy mess. I tell my wife all the time, she saved me without even knowing it. Because if I did not commit myself, but this is real shit. Real shit. If she didn't give me any kind of way to like inspire you to be with her, period. No, Mark, make this off real quick.
You let him finish shit.
Go ahead, let me get this off. Because this is important. Because I think this helps out a lot of people. For me, I look at it like this. The reason why I say she saved me, because if she would have turned me down, or because she dumped me one time because I was violent, but if she never took me back, I would have been out here on everything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be turning things down, straight up. I would have probably had mad baby mamas out here and in a lot of world of hurt. I would have been scoring like Merv. I would have been like Sean Confessions Part 2. You know what I'm saying? So Sean didn't have the patience for that. I don't. Sean don't like that.
Sean. He said scoring like Merv.
Y'all believe?
He said scoring like Merv.
Y'all really believe this 1985 Billy D. Williams, Marcus Graham, boomerang bullshit that's coming out this nigga mouth?
Really? Merv, I feel him though, because my family is really quick. I mean, I would. Merv,
I'm gonna let him talk, but then Merv, you already know what I'm getting ready to say.
Go ahead.
On some shit, my wife made me better. You know what I'm saying? When we was dating, I saw some shit that I hadn't seen in previous. Yeah, I am. I seen some shit that I hadn't seen in previous relationships. I wasn't shit without her. We got together and we build, and everything else falls into place. everything
and
else
that's the way it should be.
Shit like that happens.
Yeah,
That's the way it should be. Your
Everything
wife should
else
make,
falls into
make
place.
it better.
but you
Right,
know
your
what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
Merv.
Merv. I would have been kicked out of the military when I was in there had I not met my wife. I'd be broke than a motherfucker if I had not met my wife. I mean, it's and all that other shit fall into place.
Facts.
Hey,
Because when you grow together, you love together, you teach each other how to love. Like, I didn't have to go through multiple chicks to learn how to love. You know what I mean? I had to learn trial and error with one person. Like, yo, if I mess this up, you need to correct me. You know what I mean? And I will correct you. And it was just that. Again, I don't have patience. I know I know how I am. I don't got time to be going back and forth with a bunch of birds. I don't got time for that. I'm a very, very clean. I ain't gonna say clean cut, but I'm a very reserved person. I need
your own horse shit again.
I know I'm very
Talk your
reserved.
shit. Shut up, Merv. Talk your shit, Sean.
Yeah. Merv, you see on Facebook. I got like 10 Facebook friends. I'm very reserved. You know what I mean?
But but he said
I don't like to be out there like that.
Yeah, I mean, but see, he said he had no patience. I'm just like, now I'm like the opposite of Sean, but I ain't no patience either. It's just like, look, you know what I mean? Listen, look, you ain't working out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't gonna give you a lot of time to figure it out either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, this is my program. I mean, like, if you can't really get with it, back to the streets. That's it. Like,
send them back to the streets. Send them back to the streets.
It's crazy, man.
Mark, you realize based on everything you said, based on what Sean said, that you're a self-prescribed scumbag. Like you said, you're the opposite of Sean.
Marcus.
I don't know, Merv, but if you guys invite me back onto the show, my next shirt is gonna say "I am the unicorn."
Man,
right.
How about that?
Okay.
Black women deserve better, but if I get invited back on, my next shirt is gonna say "I am the unicorn." Okay.
But
we do exist.
Here's the weird shit though, right? You know what I'm saying? Once I got into my 30s, it was just like, damn, you know what? You know what I'm saying? This kind of hanging out and doing all this bullshit. Like it got to be more to it than this, and it wasn't. Then it was just like, all right, I gotta start taking life serious, because I ain't take none of that shit serious in my 20s, none of it. You know what I mean? Look, we having fun, we doing, you know what I mean? No, when I say none of it, even if she was a good chick or whatever, it don't matter. I ain't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, yo, once I got in my 30s, it was like, all right, let me be a little more patient. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That made me think about something, Mark. That made me think about some shit, Mark. Because I will say this: in my 20s, okay, in my 30s, I look back. I had some pretty good, solid ass fucking women that was really interested in me, and I look back and see what they're doing now. Like, damn, I go through Facebook, fuck that up. Yeah. Damn, fuck that up. Mm-hmm. Damn.
This is a broken motherfucker, man. This motherfucker broken. Motherfucker just broke, man.
Fuck that up.
Motherfucker just. Hey, Sean, the motherfucker just broke beyond repair, man.
Beyond repair, man.
Somebody get that man a hug. Somebody give that man a hug.
He is.
But let's talk about that, Merv. Let me piggyback off of what you said, because I'm a professional. I have my own house, my own car. I'm a single mother. But still, I honestly still feel like I'm a unicorn. But I know that I have friends that are really good women as well. They have their entrepreneurs. They have their own nonprofit organizations. They're making six figures, and they are really good women. And I think that they're unicorns, but they get shitted on. They're single. They are single. I have some really good friends that are, doing big things, but, and they are willing to invest in their man. They're willing to, meet a man where they are and help them build and grow to get to a common ground together, but they're still single because, like you said, you knew you had good women in your past, but you weren't ready. So you just let them go.
Oh yeah.
You really now I think about it, you did fuck up in your 20s like a lot. Now that I think about it,
like a lot. When we talk about this shit right here, my credit good.
My bad. I was just thinking back because I've known you since we was like 11 or some shit like that. Yeah, like Diddy Green. There's a lot of you let him off the hook. You let a whole lot of them off the hook.
Marcus Brown, man. Merv was Marcus Brown, man.
Hey, hold up. So, all right. So, let me talk to Mel real quick. So, she mentioned some females that she know that's really good salary, entrepreneurs, doing big things, and they're still single. Now, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna bring up something and get thoughts. It may ruffle some feathers. So you do have some females that once they reach a certain status, they feel like they only gonna deal with another nigga at a certain status. One. Then the other scenario is sometimes when females reach a certain status, they're not looking to follow or let a man be a leader of that house.
Your patient going off.
So
for real,
could that possibly be a reason why some successful females that's doing big things are still single later on? And why, so any thoughts?
Merv, I don't know, because a lot of women, they seem to, I wouldn't say a lot because I don't want to generalize and I don't want to say a lot versus some. I'm gonna say some. Some are willing to take. Some are willing to take on a project.
We do. We do take on projects. Yes, we do.
But
we do.
But at the same, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we do take on projects. We do. We will invest in a man that we may feel has potential, even though we're already there. We want to help. We want to help pour into our men to bring them to where they are. Is it ideal that we date someone on the level that we're on? Absolutely. But if we love someone and we see something in someone, of course, we're gonna pour into them and invest in them and make sure that they're good as well. And why are you laughing? What's wrong with that?
No,
what's wrong?
He laughing at one of the comments. No, he laughing at one of the comments.
Oh, what was the comment?
Somebody
I'm laughing at a comment
here, man.
OTT going. Hey, OTT going there. OTT said Merv be finding people from the finding chicks at the Dollar General. I'm gonna put that back up there because that was funny as fuck. I'm just put. I gotta find that and put that back up there. That's some Georgetown shit right there.
Here's something that got brought up that I'm like, I only can speak for myself. I'm just like, yo, if a chick is doing good, she making her money, she doing all of that. I don't really give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my money.
Hey, read Rebecca. Hey, y'all read Rebecca. Read Rebecca.
I'm just like, to me, that's just how I look at it. I'm like, listen, I don't want none of her money. I'm like, yo, if she rich, then okay, yeah, all right. I might ask.
Can I comment on Rebecca's comment? Yeah. She says, unpopular opinion, successful independent women give men a lot of hell, which is why they stay single. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But then there are some successful independent women that still pour into their men. So some, yes, I agree with that. Some successful independent women are a headache. I know some, but I also know some that are soft, that are gentle-hearted, that know how to humble themselves, that they have to go to work every day and lead and manage a team of 15 to 20 to 100 people. And so when they get home, they are ready to say, yes, daddy. What can I do? Because they lead all day long, so they don't want to come home and have that same job at home. They want their man to do that for them because they have to do it every single day at work. So I agree with that. But then on the other hand, there are some women that they don't want to have to be the lead of the house, the head of the house, that strong, independent woman at home.
Yo, what's wrong? Tarika, get up out of here. What are you
you fancy, huh?
No, these comments are crazy, man.
No, she actually is. You know what I'm saying? She actually is.
These comments are crazy.
So look, if you do y'all feel like status will determine how long somebody willing to wait? How long you willing to date before you make it before you make a relationship? Example. So
I'm with them plates being fixed. I'm with that.
So let's say, oh shit. Okay, Abrams. So
now we get somewhere.
Yo,
right now we get somewhere.
Patient trying to get somebody, man. She already said she's single, so she got all night. Patience throwing.
Listen, and she fixed plates. I see you, sis.
Right. Patience said she already said earlier that she was single, so she here all night. So she throwing some shots out there. She's shooting some corner threes right now. So
somebody hop in her DM.
Yo, Mark, get your guards up, homie.
Hey, so all right. So what's the longest? So everybody that's looking, what's the longest you dealt with somebody before y'all got in a committed relationship? What's the longest you dealt with somebody?
2 years. I can tell you that shit. It ain't no fucking 2 years.
It don't 2 years, Merv.
How y'all know?
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all something real.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell y'all something real.
I was watching. What's the longest you ever dealt with a guy before y'all got in a committed relationship? And be real. Don't give us no fake shit that you think is gonna contradict. We waiting.
Go ahead,
All right, go ahead, Sean.
I want you to answer. I want you to answer that, Mel, since you on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so in all honesty, I mean, I've waited a year and 2 months, a year and 3 months. But wow. I know some women that are still waiting for a committed relationship after 2 years, after 4 years, after 8 years. Now, to me, is that gonna happen? No. But if you care about someone and you want to grow with them, some women are willing to wait. I'm not willing to wait that long, but some women are willing to wait. When I was younger, I would say, I'm giving the dude 90 days. Like, listen, you have 90 days. But when I get older,
for a commitment.
Yes. You knew from day one. What you know with me.
There we go, Destiny. There we go.
I said when I was young. But as I get older and I understand, I understand that people grow, and then you have to be with people throughout all 4 seasons. You have to know the good, the bad, the ugly. You got to know when they broke. You got to know how they react in all types of situations. So as I get older, I understand that we don't have time to waste, and we want to make sure that it's right. So you don't want to hop into a committed relationship, not necessarily a committed relationship, a marriage with someone that you haven't been through all 4 seasons with them. So, and who puts a time frame on all 4 seasons? How do you know the good, the bad, and the ugly within 2 months, within 5 months, within 1 year? You got to be able to see it all to decide whether or not you really, truly want to be committed to that person. But if I see somebody in their bad time and they don't react the way not the way that I like, but the way that works for me, I mean, why am I going to stick with them? Why do I want to be with them? It's about compatibility. And if we're not compatible, it's not a time frame on knowing and seeing all sides or all faces of that person.
I'm glad you brought that up. About being compatible, because I feel like, all right. So my thing is, I think you should wait long enough until y'all feel, you don't know, like you said, until y'all feel y'all are equally yoked. And you do have to go through, have different situations come up and see how both y'all respond and how both y'all interact with one another. But so let's take this to another level. We talked about how long you should wait before you get in a committed relationship. We passed that shit. We're fucking committed right now. We're fucking committed. We're in an exclusive, committed fucking relationship. Mm-hmm. Ladies, guys, we won't get back y'all, but ladies, we are in a fucking exclusive, committed relationship. How long before y'all start talking, before y'all be like, yo, when the fuck we getting married?
Listen, I've been married before, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the only woman looking for a husband is one who never had one. Okay, I am fine with a long-term committed life partner because I've been married before. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to get back into that type of deal, but I do know that I want a life partner, someone that I can build and grow with. If that leads to marriage, I'm okay with that, but I'm not looking for a husband. Again, the only woman looking for a husband is one who never had one. Trust and believe that.
Wow.
All right. Hey, so ladies, I need some comments. Hey, Miss Abrams, you've been mighty talkative, Miss Abrams. So after you were in a committed relationship, how long before you like, so when are we gonna talk about marriage? Ladies, I need some commentary. Hey,
TT crazy, man. TT is crazy.
No, I will claim she is from Georgetown. So I mean, yes, we have.
If I gotta marry 5 more times, I will.
TT is the homie from the crib.
Nah,
she is from the crib.
Listen,
I will claim my classmate.
I got a cousin that's been married 7 fucking times and got 7 fucking kids. Every time the motherfucker get married, he drop a fucking seed in them. Fuck that. You know what the motherfucker told me? That motherfucker really told me, hey man, if at first he don't succeed, you try again. Like you done tried 8 times. Like
that is crazy.
Hey, but you know what? He's so fucking okay with it. He's so fucking okay with it.
He's so sincere. He's so sincere.
Wow.
Man, all I see is a lot of money I'm going out. That's all I see. That's a lot of bread going out. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yo.
Yeah, exactly, Mark.
So I see. I want to respond to Paisha comment. She said men don't take time to fix themselves. I disagree wholeheartedly. I wholeheartedly disagree with that because I've been around some good dudes who actually was working on themselves to prepare a good life for their significant other. I, for one, my biggest thing was
I don't think she talking about that. I think she's talking about emotionally.
Emotionally? I'm talking about emotionally, financially, everything. Because a lot of time, the guys who I had the pleasure to be around, their biggest thing was they're afraid to fail. They're afraid to fail the relationship. For me, my fear, and it's crazy. My fear was I did not want to disappoint my mother and my grandmother. That was my biggest thing. I didn't want to be able to come home and say, yo, I just failed this relationship, or I just bugged out and messed up. I never wanted to disappoint the women who raised me, who taught me, right? And the guys who I used to always, a lot of my junior Marines, when their relationship failed, they were devastated. And the first thing they would come back and say, man, I should have put myself in a situation to be stronger to carry that marriage, or to carry that relationship. And I think a lot of time, I don't think a lot of guys, with the exception of Mark, naturally go into a relationship to fail. I think that men go into a relationship because they want it to work, but at the same time, I think there's a fine line between being stubborn and not fixing yourself, because you can't fix what you don't think you got to fix, but you don't think you're broken. We know Merv is broken. Merv know that he's broken, but there are pieces of him he feel like I'm not really broken, so what I'm going to fix? So I think it goes both ways, Patient. I think women have to always understand that they might have some broken pieces that they got to piece together themselves. You know what I mean? Because you may have been hurt by one man, but that one man doesn't represent another man out there that may be doing some great things and want to do great things for you as well. That's just my thoughts on it.
Yo,
yeah,
that's true though. That's true though. Like I'm saying, like if a man, he feeling that woman like that, like yo, he really want to jump in there and make sure she good. Like yo, whatever I can help her with, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, cause we gonna rock out. Like he gonna definitely step up to the plate. You know what I mean? Try to handle that business. So
right.
When you meet that type of chick, you just like yo. It's just something that comes over you where it's like yo, I like her. You know what I'm saying? For real, we vibing. And I see, for where this could go.
Whoa, hey, go back. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree, Mark. I agree. So,
Mel, okay. Now hold on. So she does have a little bit of point. Me and her been going back and forth all goddamn podcast. Holy, I gotta clear my throat. I gotta drink some more tequila.
What?
It's like nothing to do with anything.
All right.
At all, Mark. At all.
Listen. No, she does have a point, because I've been around guys like you said, Sean, but it might be an age factor. All right, because when you're in your 20s, the best way to get over pussy is new pussy.
Whoa.
It's a family show, guys. What's going on here?
No, it's not. It's nighttime. What y'all talking about? This ain't so popular.
Don't ask me that, man. I can't explain this shit.
I have to agree because women,
So in your 20s, Miss Abrams is right. When I was in my 20s, and when I got out, if I got a relationship or finished dealing with somebody that had me upset, I'm like, yo, fuck them. I immediately wanted to find a girl to replace them immediately. It wasn't until in my 30s when I stopped dealing with a female or guy with a relationship that I was like, you know what? I learned from my 20s, and me being like that put myself in a bad situation with a female that I would not normally be with. But me running from the last female I dealt with and running from the hurt put me with a female that, under normal circumstances, under a clear and mind and body Merv, would have never fucking dealt with her. And that's one mistake I made in the 20s. But in my 30s, when in the 30s when I started dealing with somebody, I did take the time to be like, yo, I need to make sure I need to be single. I need to have some me time. I need to focus on my career. I need to focus on family, get myself together before I entertain another female on a serious level. So, and on this one, I agree with her, but I believe it depends. In your 20s, absolutely, that's how it go. In your 30s, after you done got experience and you dealt with some bullshit, you think differently.
I'm gonna say like this.
Well, Merv,
you know what, though?
real quick.
Well, go ahead,
real quick. I saw a comment that said males don't take the time to fix themselves. I saw a comment
that's what I was talking about.
Females don't take time to, but it's both. I think that people in general have an issue, and I'm gonna generalize this to face their own shit. A lot of us fail to self-assess, whether it's with your job, especially in relationships. You go through all these relationships, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to say you're not the problem. Everybody else that you dealt with is the problem. Some people do have the intestinal fortitude to say, you know what, shit, this shit is just not everything. Every relationship I'm in, it just manages not to work. I think it's very, very important that men and women, they do a self-assessment, and that's very important, especially after you get out of a relationship, especially something that you thought was going to be fruitful going forward. I think I am my toughest critic, and I'm not just talking about relationship. I'm talking about generally. Sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Why are these relationships not working in my favor? Why is it not turning out as like the way I want it to turn out? And sometimes you got to switch shit up. You just have to.
But Stacks, we don't really understand. You didn't understand that self-assessment until you didn't understand that self-assessment when you were in your 20s. I don't think like you're absolutely correct. That's why I said when in my 20s.
You can throw the 20s away from me. I'm not counting them shits.
Yeah, but you got to. No, but I mean, but you got to.
I got you.
Because a lot of times in our 20s, we make our first life altering decisions in our 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to. But we don't really have that knowledge or that experience until we get through that shit and in our 30s. Now, when I was in my 30s, I did a lot of self-assessment, especially after my last fair relationship. I did a lot of self-assessment. Please don't count because that shit was. What the fuck? Yo, I can't, yo.
But you know what though? I'm gonna say like this though, right?
Hey, what the mail? She left.
But you know what's crazy though? It's like
we lost her.
I mean, for me, it's like I didn't grow up till later. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, I was in a serious relationship. That shit went left, right? You know what I'm saying? You got her.
I'm about to bring her back when she comes all the way back.
All right, but the thing is, that shit went left, right? And it's like, listen, most of my friends, when it comes to like relationships and making sure that shit cool, they ain't shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I get out the relationship and I was with her for like 3 years. I'm on a plane to Vegas in 2 days. Because these motherfuckers like, yo, man, get your mind off that bullshit. We going out Vegas, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and here's the here's the real fucked up thing, right? Now, you know what I'm saying? The two people that I always go to, like when I need sound advice about relationships, anything like that, was my father and now my brother, right? Because they're going to tell you the real about yourself. You know what I mean? The homies ain't going to do that. The homies going to want to hop that plane to Vegas and then we going to have it for a week and get your mind off that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And have some fun, right?
Making all the while making terrible decisions.
Make it even worse, right?
Right.
But I'm just
Listen,
but here's the thing.
And then you go home. Then you go home by yourself and you're lonely.
Oh, but you got to understand though. After I got off that plane, it's just like, yo, I was just like, I got to call my brother, man.
Yo,
I know he gonna
hold on. Hey, Miss Abrams. Save that question for next week, because that's part 2 next week, Miss Abrams.
Yeah,
Miss Abrams, save that question for next week.
No, but like I said, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, yo, you got to face reality, right? And I know, you know what I mean, talking to my brother, he going to make me face reality like, yo, Mark, this is what you did that was cool. This is the fucked up shit that you did. You know what I'm saying? This is where you got to check yourself. And sometimes we don't want to hear anything about checking ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But men, sometimes we got to check ourselves, man. And you got to have somebody going to keep it real with you. You know what I mean? For in that type of situation, who going to let you know, like, yo, man, you done fucked it up.
Right.
You got to make that shit right.
Right.
So I didn't learn that till later. But then once I learned it, I started seeing the women that I attracted, you know, now as opposed to then.
That's
you know
my point. Yeah.
So
that's
but here's the thing. I mean, Sean, I appreciate that with you because it came early for you. It came early for my brother. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't come early for me. That shit came later. You know what I mean? So now it's like, you know, like it's different when I'm out now as opposed to then. If I'm out now, I'm just kind of chilling, like, you know, nah, I don't really want that. Yo, man, she on you though, man. You know what I mean? You probably could take her to the car or something. Nah, I'm good, man. I don't really want to do all that.
Right. Yo, but see, but to Mark's point, that accountability, and that's for women as well. You got to think about the circle that you're in as well. You know, some women, they are in very bad circles. You know what I mean? They're in the circles with a bunch of losers who don't want to see them really happy and they're hitting on a low. Same thing for some dudes. Some guys, they're in a circle where their homeboys want to play all their lives. You know what I mean? I had the benefit to be in different circles like that. And Stacks, you know, in the military, you see a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Like for me, I ain't gonna front. The shit that got me, 18-year-old Sean saw this Japanese girl crying her eyes out because my homeboy dogged her and went back to the States. And I heard this girl crying, like it was a cry that I never heard in my life. And I was like, yo, it was a
Japanese cry.
It was different. It was different, Merv. It was like, it was from the depths of her soul she was crying. And I'm sitting here, I know the answer because I know my man ain't coming back. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's coming back. I'm lying because I'm like, this nigga ain't coming back.
Hold up, Miss
you know what I'm saying? But that story happens so much in the military. Like I had the opportunity to be around a bunch of dudes who was like, I've been around guys who were really loyal.
You see it all.
Hey, Miss Abrams, can you elaborate on that statement? When you say elaborate, Miss Abrams. Go ahead, Sean.
No, what I was saying was
interrupting the fuck out of people.
In the military, you see so many different scenarios, and the common thing that I've always seen was the dudes that were in that crowd with other dudes who did not have anything going for themselves, who wanted to just play, club out, pass chicks around, run treesies, whatever. Those are the ones who never got anything done after years and years. These guys are still like single, you know what I mean, looking crazy, can't pull a chick, can't pull a good girl for nothing. But you also got that circle of women who on the low, they may be hating on you, Mel. She may be telling you, oh, that nigga ain't shit. He ain't, you know what I mean? He don't get to watch him. And the whole time they're eyeing your man. You know, you telling your story to them like, yo, this man is a good man. They're listening to that. Now they're scoping your man now. So they're going to start telling you some weird things to put in your head. So it happens both sides. So you got to be careful with the company you keep. Because if you're not careful with the company you keep and you tell your business, they're going to mess your whole shit up before you even start it the right way.
They don't want you to win. I agree with that. That's a whole separate topic, keeping your relationship between you and your husband, or you and your spouse, or you and your significant other. But then I also feel like sometimes people that are toxic,
that's part
people
3.
that are toxic, they want you to keep your business to yourself, so no one else can come inside and say, hey, you know, he really is dogging you out. He really is doing you wrong. I really feel like it's 2 parts. Yes, you should keep your personal business to yourself, because the only person that's going to be in that situation at the end of the day is you, and you only know what you can handle and what you can take. So whatever communication you need to have with your spouse, have that with your spouse. But you also have to understand that there are some very toxic men, very toxic women, that they don't want you to go outside and say anything, maybe talk to a pastor or talk to your best friend or talk to your mom, because they are toxic and they don't want.
That's next week. No
That's
talk.
next week.
No talk about toxic.
All
That's
right.
next week.
Yeah. But like I said,
can we get Patient on here?
Hey,
Patient,
come on
here. She said something about pajamas. You can blur out pajamas. We don't need to see you. We want the audio at least. We want the audio.
Hey, listen. Just take your bonnet off.
Yeah, we're not judging.
Yeah, just take your bonnet off and show your camera neck up.
Yeah, we're not judging. Trust me, we're not judging. Look at Merv.
Yeah, we ain't gonna judge you. At least not too much. I mean, too long. Maybe like 5-10 minutes.
Well, y'all motherfuckers, boy. Y'all motherfuckers.
Yo, but Mel, I did have a question for you earlier. For Merv, I cut you off 10-15 minutes ago. When she dropped out again.
Damn. Okay.
Hey Mel, you gotta get rid of that Boost Mobile internet.
She must have moved to the other side of the couch.
Merv, it ain't even Boost Mobile. It's fucking Cricket at this point.
Oh, this is Cricket,
right.
The other side of the couch. Yo, as soon as she picked up that glass of wine, man, it went out. Like, you can't even move your arm.
That glass of wine was her antenna.
I told her to grab some fucking aluminum foil, and she went. Okay, she back.
Hey,
she grabbed the aluminum foil. That what it was.
Hey,
that was aluminum foil.
She need to grab a hanger. She need to grab a hanger and do this.
Right, you gotta play with that thing, man.
Yeah, yo, do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. She back. We about to put her back in.
About 5 times in a comment that throw them back.
Hey, Mel, we glad you back. We wasn't talking about you.
Yeah, we wasn't talking about you. Not at all.
Yo, Mel, I do have a
somebody's watching to tell me what y'all said.
Yo, Mel, I have a question for you. If you hope you can answer this, so don't move. When you before you start dating a dude, what's the first thing that catch your attention? Is it the appearance, or do you look beyond that? Like, if the
be honest,
if you look kind of weird, you know what I mean? Do you look beyond that because there's something where he carry himself? Is there something that he's doing that catch your attention outside of appearance? I'm just talking about just his aura, his swagger. What is it for you?
I like a man's vibe. I like his energy. Of course, I want to be attracted to him. I want to like what I look at. I want to be attracted, but I think it's a vibe. It's a vibe you get from a man. He can look weird. He can, it's just a vibe. It's a vibe that you get. If you stand the men up that I've dated, they all look different. No, they don't all look the same. Some may be attractive, some may not be. It's what I find attractive, and it may not just be looks. It can be other things.
Yo, somebody get I'm out of here, man.
I'm gonna leave that comment up there because the shoes and clothes. That to me, that's a in your 20s type thing. Hey, as far as if we're talking,
women still look at that shit. Even old women look at that like they look at your shoes immediately because you know what? She left something off. Smell, shoes, and clothes. But women also look. Well, what I've been told, women also look at your hands. So they look at your shoes and your hands and see if you take care of yourself, and they feel like if you take care of your shoes and your hands, then you're gonna take care of them. So that is some shit that
so be a well-dressed scumbag. Got it. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Like ghosts, right? Like ghosts.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a comment up there that says how you survive. Yes.
That's for you, Mel.
I talked to him for a minute. Y'all mean to see how y'all vibe, I guess.
That's
how do I determine vibe? Through conversation.
Yeah.
How do I determine conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it doesn't have to be just the appearance. You know, the conversation is good. If you're intellectual, if you're stimulating just through conversation, that's
Yeah.
You're breaking up on us, Mel. You're breaking up on us.
You're breaking up on us.
Yeah,
Yo,
Mel,
Mel, take your
you
put your hair in the bun.
You sound like an instrument right now. You sound like one of them jazz pianos.
No, that
you got any wire hangers in your house?
Yeah, you sound like Roger Troutman right now. Yo, put your
right, computer
put
love.
your hair in the bun.
I wanna be your man. I wanna be your man.
Yo,
sound terrible.
Now she's frozen. Yo, you gotta put you in a bun next time, man. So something is going on. Yo, real talk. Somebody get TT up out of here, man. Like, yo, TT.
The homie she stays put. I'm a ride for her. She ain't went too crazy. Well, she has been crazy, but she ain't went too crazy yet.
TT is crazy. Yo, TT, you the type, you don't want no man that's 120 pounds and below. You don't want him 130 and below. You want brolic dudes, man. You want a dude that got like prison shoulders. That's your thing, right?
A Beanie Siegel type.
Right. TT wants somebody that got prison shoulders and prison arms.
Yeah.
Yo, but real
Is
talk,
Mel
Tim,
back?
like Timothy said, like Tim said.
Hey, Mel, leave and come back.
Yo, Tim said the right thing. Like, you can say, like a man can say what you want to hear. Mark definitely does that. Mark can tell you what you want to hear just to get you in the car. Like Mark said earlier, Mark, like, yo, I want just to get you in the car. I got a car outside.
Hey, he didn't even say the motel down the street.
Right.
He didn't. He said in the car. He trying to do some parking lot. He trying to do some parking lot pimping, literally.
Right. Mark said in the car.
That's how it was, man. That's how it was. You know.
Oh no. Hey, I agree with that. Your appearance is just as important as your conversation and vibe.
But you know what though? You never know, like with the vibe, you never know how that's gonna be. Like, you know, when I met my ex, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, you know, I wasn't even trying to meet her like that. I was just in the spot, she in the spot, and you know what I'm saying? I'm ordering a drink, you know what I'm saying? And then we just had a conversation, you know what I mean? We just talked about lick. We just talked about licking shit. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? We just started talking about some other shit. The game was going to TV. So we talking about the game, and then I'm like, all right, well, she like licking, she like basketball. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? For real, you know, you can rock out, and then we just rocked out from there.
Yo, TT is crazy, man.
Hey, Mark. That's how most people. Damn, I need some more liquor. Hold up. That's how most. Hey, Mark, that's how most people meet their significant other. No, it's like, they meet them by kind of like almost by accident, or like, yo, look, I'm gonna try it, and then like, you know what? Damn, this is somebody that I think I can rock with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody don't have that fucking Princess Bride story like Sean talking about walking. I peeped her, and I said to myself, yo, that's gonna be my wife one day.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody don't have that fucking story.
Yeah, I'm different. I'm a unicorn.
Hey, this motherfucker obviously a hater. He's obviously a hater, Sean.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hold up, Sean. Listen. Hey, Merv, that episode of Martin came on when Martin said how he met Gina and he was the Mac. I was just like,
right.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah.
Hey, Merv, every motherfucker can't be 12 years a single motherfucker, man. I mean, shit. I mean, me and Sean, we good over here. We straight.
We good over here. Yo, look, I'm leading the league in by 6 statistical categories. You know what I mean? I like it.
Keep going.
Yo, I got charisma.
Keep going.
I can cook.
Keep going. No, I want to hear this.
I got charisma. I can cook. I can provide very, very, very well. I do very well for my family, and I can boop. And at the same time,
keep going.
I'm loyal. I listen. That's 6 already, right? And I'm very self-aware of what my family needs. You know what I mean? Yeah, and did I mention I can boop?
Hey, y'all. Hey, Sean.
Yo, I'm about to break.
Same type shit over here. Same type energy over here. Same type energy over here.
Wait,
hey, Sean.
Same type of energy over here.
Stacks is a fucking lie. But Sean, did y'all have an argument this morning?
Wow! Whoa!
Hey Sean, did y'all have an argument this morning?
No, I don't think so.
Yesterday?
No.
Hey,
Yesterday?
wait a minute.
Nah.
This week?
Wait a minute. If you want to break apart what Sean just said, hey, Mrs. Sean, play some Jay-Z real loud. Trust me, argument waiting to happen.
It's respect in the household, Mark. It's respect in the household, man. You know what I mean? All we got is us. You know what I'm saying? Playing space cards, man.
Hey, Timothy Wright, drop us
I agree with that.
on y'all. Timothy Wright, drop something on y'all.
I agree. Hey, I agree with that, Rev. I agree with that, Rev. I agree with that.
Tim,
because
that's real. Tim, that is real.
Hey,
personality
you
is
can
everything.
Yeah, do I like you can have the bag. You can have the bag. You can have all the clothes. If you got a funky ass attitude and you ain't got shit to talk about, nah, I'll pass.
Yeah. Yo, TT is crazy, man. Yo, TT need a comedy show, man.
But you know what? I say like this, like, all right, I understand the attractions first, but it's just like, yo, that personality got to be right behind it, though. Like,
right.
You know, where I could feel her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if she on some bullshit, then I'm going to treat her exactly like that. I'm going to treat her exactly where she at. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, but if she on some real shit, then I ain't going to do her like that. But I mean, if she just on some, I can't vibe with her at all. But I like the way she looked, though. So, you know what I mean? Let me just try to slide in there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like,
let me get on up in there.
You know, I feel like how she look. I mean, I know it ain't going nowhere, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm already here, you know, so we might well.
I could dig it. I could dig it. I could dig it like Pasha said.
I want to ask Merv this question because I kind of asked Mel the question very similar. I want to ask Merv this question. Merv, if you run into a female that is not a real looker, and I think everyone has beauty within themselves, right? So I don't want to sound crazy here. So if anyone takes offense to this, it's not my intent to offend anyone.
Just ask the motherfucker. This is a podcast. They know what it is.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if you run into a female, right, and she's not a looker, she's not a looker, but she has a great personality, very successful, very articulate, well-spoken, and just vibe very well. But she's not a looker. She's not a looker. Can you handle that?
So
yes or no?
I'll ask you a question. I gotta ask you a question. When you say
here comes the lies.
You go ahead and do that.
When you say she's not a looker, I need you to just tell me a little. I need you to be one more specific about she's not a looker.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute, hold up, Sean. Is it Cyclops level or it's above that?
Cyclops level.
Okay, all right.
Nigga, you serious?
But
are you serious right now?
But again, she personality, she vibes well. For some
as a Cyclops motherfucker, look. First of all, listen. First of all, you know what? I would never know her fucking personality. I would never know her fucking vibe. I would never know that she got money. I would never know her fucking status because I would never even be able to be around her to know that shit because I can't get past the fucking Cyclops look. The fuck are you talking about?
You're not shallow at all.
Right, you're not shallow.
That nigga said she looked like a Cyclops. He didn't say that she was like the fuck y'all talking about. The
listen,
nigga said,
hey,
what?
Hey, Merv.
Listen, y'all wouldn't talk to no funny one-eye looking motherfucker either.
Nah. I'm shallow. Yeah,
I got a queen that I'm married to. I mean, I'm good. We talking about you here.
But hold up, but Sean, let me say this. In my 30s, me finding a dime or me finding the best looking motherfucker is not as important. All right. So before, when I'm young, I'm looking for like 11, 10, 9. Some shit like that, 12, 15, and I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I felt like everything else fall in place. Like, I got a baddie. Now, let me tell you.
How that shit work out for you?
Fuck you. Now.
I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking how that shit work out for you.
Yeah, and I just said, fuck you. Now, listen. Now, in my older age, everything you just mentioned, the personality and the vibe, equally yoked. If you ain't fucking equally yoked to me, I don't give a fuck how good you are, how good you look, and nothing like that. I can't fuck with you. I didn't know what the fuck. So my mom is passed, but she spoke to me from the fucking grave. I didn't know what the fuck she meant when she said, you find somebody in college, you find a man in college, or you find somebody equally yoked. I didn't understand what the fuck that meant until I got my fucking 30s. So,
right.
So equally yoked meaning, and not just the religious aspect. Everything you just mentioned. Our personality gotta be compatible. Our family background need to be compatible. Like how we want to raise kids need to be compatible. Everything needs. You should have I feel like you should have 80% compatibility of equal yokeness. Nobody's gonna no two people are gonna be exact same. So it's going to be some differences, but I feel like your differences need to be complementary differences. Back when I was younger, we used to say shit like opposites attract. That's a fucking myth. Don't y'all believe that fucking lie?
You gotta balance each other out.
Right.
You gotta balance each other out.
But it gotta be complementary battle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta balance each other out in a complementary state.
I feel you on that. I'm like, for me, I don't think I can deal with somebody who act just like me. Like that shit ain't gonna work. Like real, like dude.
Fuck no. Hell no.
Not at all. Not at all.
Y'all be like,
nah. That's what I'm saying. No two people gonna be alike. That's what I'm saying. But it need to be complementary.
Yeah. I mean, that's
If Mark finds someone like Kim, they'll be swinging.
But Sean, Sean, you give me a fucking 7 with everything, like a fucking 7 with everything that you fucking mentioned. I'll take them over a dime that's spoiled or whatnot, a beauty pageant or a trophy wife any fucking day.
Makes sense. How about you, Mel? Can you take a 3 with all the right credentials?
God
dress
damn.
well, take
You
care of yourself.
Shit. Can we at least give her a 4?
Can we bump
4? Let's go 4.
You can't say a 5, nigga.
Yeah.
Let's go
3.
Can we
Let's go 4. Let's go
4 4.5.
Let's go.
Let's go 4, man. Shit.
At this point in my life,
Sean, 3 Cyclops.
I said 4. We go 4.
We went up to 4. We went up to 4.
So, you know what a 4 is? A Cyclops with a big ass.
Merv, let Mel talk for fuck's sakes.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna drink.
Or it's more.
Damn.
Looks at this point in my 20s, I would say, hell no, I can't date a 3. I can't date a 3. I can't date a 4. I can't date a 5. But I'm 37. And if you're giving me everything that I need, if you are taking care of this household, if you're pouring into me mentally, spiritually, if you are building me inside and out, if you're helping me grow, if you are loving my children the way I want them to be loved, listen, you start to look a little better. You do. You just start to look a little better.
Hey.
Would I prefer a 5, 6, or a 7? Absolutely. But if you're fulfilling everything that I need fulfilled and you're a 3, and you're fulfilling everything else that I need to fulfill, I can be with a 3. I wouldn't want to.
Okay. Mel fucking with Cyclops is okay.
Okay.
But I'm just because that 10 could be
That's commendable.
Could be talking to my homegirl, could be, I mean, just it is what it is at this point in life. Now,
that's very commendable.
But
very
commendable. But see, it's a little different. It's a little different with females, though. It's a little different because I'm like, I mean, if you got a guy who's a 3, you give him some bread. That 3, I mean, for real, can double up pretty quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you a 6. If you're a 3, you got bread. You a 6. You an automatic upgrade.
Right.
Hey, it's like badges in 2K.
That man got a teeth fixed. That man got a haircut. Now he got some nice clothes. He got a nice car. Like, he could get on from that quick. I've seen that shit happen. Like, that shit happen.
But here's the thing. Like, conversely, some women get a 9 or a 10 in their eyes, right? And they're a straight bum, straight loser. To the point where they're taking care of that guy. You know what I mean? He's a 10. He's a good sidearm. You can take him to the mall, show him off. Your girl's like, yo, you got a nice one.
But he ain't trying to work nowhere.
Internally, you know what I mean? He ain't nothing.
I ain't working.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't working.
He ain't working.
He dropping you off at work.
Right. He a Jody. You know what I mean? He
Hey, your shit.
From the first hour of the movie, he Jody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Dropping you off at work, ain't really got nothing going on. But he's a 10. He on your arm.
And he piping you, so all that other shit just go out the windows because he piping you right.
Yeah. Then he called the homies like, yeah, I got a Lexus today, boy. We out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, that's real shit, Tim. You're right. A lot of men are like that. A lot of men put out their investment and don't get anything out of it. And Shorty, and again, this is not for everybody, but Shorty be out there. They be out there just wilding out. You know what I mean? They be out there like he putting everything he can into the relationship, into everything, and she's taking more and more out of it. And the man is miserable. You know what I mean? I've seen that. I've seen dudes who put in a lot to their wife, to their spouse, and they're miserable. You know what I mean? Shorty won't even really touch him. He got to damn near actually have sex. It's miserable. But I've also seen that on the other side. I've seen women who were with diva dude. If y'all ever run across a diva guy, yo, that's
like light skin Merv,
like a light skin, like a diva, and he's almost like, yo, I got to charge you to have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like some crazy shit like that, right? And it happens. So, Mel, my question to you and Merv, because y'all like the opposite of each other, like total different opposites of the spectrum.
Yeah, so you're a very good person, Mel.
Yeah, you're a very decent person. Yeah. You're a very decent human
being. Decent person, man. You're a very decent human being. I'm glad to have met you.
Right. I'm confident you pay your taxes. Merv pushes shit out every year. But so with you, Mel, being that you say that you would take a 3, polish him off, and work with that, do you conversely, if you have a 10 and he's average in everything else, personality, just a meathead, can you absorb that as well?
You know, I couldn't, because that's not sustainable. That's not going to get me long term. Those looks, okay, that's nice to look at, but you got to think about you want to grow old with somebody. You can't grow old with someone you're not compatible with. You can't grow old with someone that you're not equally yoked with. So I couldn't be able. You can be a 10 and not be able to fulfill my minimum needs, and I can't deal with that. I'd rather take a 3 any day. I would take a 3 over a 10 that is mediocre at best.
Indeed. I like that. I like that. So, Merv, how about you? Can you take a 10 that's average in other places?
You know what? 20s Merv, yes. 30s Merv, hell no. I did that. I did that, and I had a Build-A-Bear. I took on a 10. There was a 10, but there was a Build-A-Bear. Everything else was like was below. You know what I'm saying? I had to I had to walk in the store and build that motherfucker. I had to add this piece, add this piece, add this piece. You know, just try to, so from experience, that, like she said, it's not sustainable. Just like me, I've done that before, and it's not sustainable. That's why I say, like, I'll take a 7 or a 6 that has the personality. We have the same family values, same values with kids. We have the same beliefs in education. Like, I'm looking at all that shit now. Before, I don't look at that shit. I would never ask a question about, how you feel about chores with kids. Do you think kids should have chores? Like, I would never have thought to have that kind of question with a female when I was in my 20s. But in my 30s, like, if somebody I may be entertaining, just small question like that. Like, so if your son get in trouble, what you think you should do? Small shit like that means so fucking much when you get in a serious relationship, because that small moment can damage a fucking relationship, because that will start something that build upon something, build upon.
Absolutely.
And the next thing you know, your relationship is done when it should have never fucking started, because y'all really shouldn't be together, because personality clashed and y'all wasn't fucking equally yoked. Y'all just two attractive motherfuckers that enjoyed hanging out. But the only time y'all had fun is when y'all was drinking, hanging out, but y'all never really was in a cohabitat or talk about a habitation environment. behind closed doors when you're not having fun.
We going into the other.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Damn.
Part 2.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me take a shot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
long.
there you go.
Why
There you go.
decide to stay with somebody that you knew you weren't equally yoked with for so long?
Oh,
Why?
that's next week.
Oh,
That's
no,
next
no.
week. He just said that. That's next week.
Why?
So-
Y'all know my head is jacked up. I didn't hear that part.
So I wanna quickly segue because we're about to wrap this thing up. Because since we got a lot of people still watching right now, next week's topic is part 2 to this. And this
Called the ending.
It's the ending portion of all of this, right? Tonight's topic was more so the beginning, the courting, and the attraction in the first level of the relationship. Next week we're talking about the ending, or really when is it the ending? When do you get out of a relationship if it's toxic or if it's not working? Mel, I wanted to throw the invite out there early right now while you're here live. We would love for you to come back on because you mentioned something
you need to
earlier
come back.
that you were
Definitely.
you're a single mother and you were married. So we want to bring you back on to talk about that if you can. We don't want to put your personal business out there. This is not what we do, but we want to get your take on that from being a married, ex-married woman, right? And also from Merv, and also from Stack's point of view, and as well as Mark's point of view. And we want to also extend Paisha to come on as well, Miss Abrams to come on also, because she has some great comments in the section. We want to bring all of y'all on at the same time so we can talk about that, because I think next week's topic will really put all of this together, because next week's topic is more fixated on a lot of the things that we may get more intimate in that conversation, because it's something that we deal with a lot, especially in a Black relationship, in a Black marriage, in a Black relationship, because sometimes we don't know how to love each other the right way to keep things going, and it get toxic and we don't know when to drop out of it or when to tap out or what to do to try to fix it and make it untoxic, if that's a word. So we want to talk about that in very good detail next week. So I want to extend to you right now and extend to Paisha, who's watching and hopefully still watching and commenting. I want to extend to you both ladies to come on next week at the same time to hop on with us. You know what I'm saying? Because next week's topic is going to be really heavy, because it's going to deal with a lot of.
Bring your ass on.
Fuck out of here. Just make sure you have yourself straight, so you don't have that excuse of, I'm not camera ready. Just have yourself. We ain't trying to hear that shit.
Period.
Yeah.
You got a whole week to get your hair done. You got a whole week
go get your hair done, nails did.
Yeah.
Make sure you mask up, because that's important. And bring your ass here this time next week.
You might bag somebody. You don't know who's watching. You might get that person you're looking for. You might get that unicorn you're looking for. But
absolutely.
But next week is going to be some areas that we may dive into that may bring back some old feelings that you probably stored away, and you may want to have to revisit. You know what I'm saying? And Tim, even for you, man, we would love for you to come back on next week as well, because I felt that you was bringing some really good comments to counter some of the things that the ladies were saying. So Tim, if you can hop on with us next week, I would really appreciate that also, because I think it's always good to have two different sides of the spectrum, men and women, having a conversation, especially us, because we don't talk a lot in our community. We don't talk things out. And I think this is like therapeutic for everyone to get a chance to be able to give their side of the story on, on a relationship and how toxic it can be. What do you do with it?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're not all professionals. So that's the best thing about it. We're not professionals. We're giving a raw and uncut. It might be right somewhere, but it might not be right here. But we'll figure it out together. You know what I mean?
And we appreciate it, Rev.
No doubt.
Indeed. So
real quick before Mel, you got anything? Because we about to go ahead and end the show. You got anything before we do the parting? We appreciate you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know that by now. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Just thank you for
having me. I really appreciate the Yes. I'll come back next week for you guys.
So we got your commitment, right?
I will be there.
Perfect.
All right, because if you don't come, we're gonna talk about you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you figured that out by now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, all right, Mel.
Thank you for having me.
You enjoy your night.
All
right.
Yo, good episode, fellas. I want to take it around the horn, man, and just get everybody final thoughts. I'm gonna kick it off with Merv, man. Kick it off with Crazy Merv up there. What's your final thoughts for tonight, Merv? What's your closing parting words for us, man?
I think the topic I chose was fucking great tonight.
Oh, wow, self-gratification. Good job. Self-gratification.
That's what the fuck. That's the fuck. That nigga been doing all goddamn day talking about me and Heisen is an anomaly. What, nigga? What, nigga? Please.
Merv,
But
now we still hating. Now we still hating.
What are you doing?
Hey, but nah, man. It was a good show tonight, fellas. Like,
Yeah.
I felt good before the show. I felt good during the show. I felt good now that the show is that we ended the show. It was really good content. It was very good engagement, and I really love the fact that we brought somebody on. Like, this is the first time that we brought somebody on that we didn't know.
Right.
That wasn't kind of somewhat a part of the podcast. Because Tina and Rebecca has become part of us.
Yeah, y'all family, y'all with us, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all in it.
It felt good, and they really brought another dynamic to the show tonight. It really brought another dynamic to the show tonight. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Indeed. I want to give a shout out to TT real quick. If I kick it to you, Mark. TT was the MVP tonight in the comments. I definitely want to shout out to Timothy Wright. I don't know who that is. But
that's
Timothy
my homeboy.
Wright, you know, he
the Reverend.
He a Reverend? He a Reverend?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
He's
You brought a Reverend on. You brought Reverend on.
That's my homeboy. Chill. That's my homeboy. Shout out to Rev. Shit.
Did you get that nigga disclaimer first?
My bad. I mean all of them curses I just said, but you know what it is.
Love off of Martin. Remember Lottie Love off of
don't do that to my homie now. Don't do that. Don't do that to
my bad. Why thou eyes tips me? Like, yo.
Out down, Satan.
Yo, Tim has some really good comments tonight. So I call him the co-MVP, man. But TT definitely was an MVP.
He said, blame it on the Jesus juice.
Paisha was a really good MVP for the night. Really good engagement. Really good good commentary in the comments.
She
thank you,
Paisha, for the
comments. I definitely got to give TT a contract, man. We got to make money off of TT. We talked about that offline, though.
Hey, after you watch what you say, because she might come back with some shit off of that. After you say make some money off of her, I'm not gonna post it what she said, but you never know what she gonna say after you say some shit like that.
I forgot who I was.
You gotta be careful.
You're right. I forgot about that. So Mark, I want to kick it to you, man. What are your parting words for the night, man?
Man, you know, this was cool though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know, it was good, you know, to kind of hear y'all guys' experiences along, you know, with all the people who were watching, but particularly y'all guys, because I mean, you know, we all kind of did things different. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Me and Merv a little bit more similar. You know what I'm saying? You know, in terms of
scumbags, got it.
Scumbags,
or whatever. But I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good, like, to kind of find out, like, yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? When we met our now who is now our wives, like, we knew it, like, right from then, and yeah, I mean, y'all acted on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's to be commended, man, because I'm like, yo, you know, sometimes, you know, we don't do that. Like, you know, guys don't do that. But I mean, the fact that y'all did, you know what I'm saying? That's love right there. So I'm like, man, you know, it kind of gives me appreciation to be like, yo, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm starting to look at things different. Thanks to my brother, you know what I mean, for real, for helping me straighten out. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know, so I appreciate that. Oh, and one more thing, yo, happy birthday to my nephew Mikey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let me not even call him Mikey, you know what I mean? Let me call him M3, his rap name. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? But happy birthday, man. You know what I mean? Your Uncle Mark got love for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see you real soon.
Good deal. Stacks, what you got for us, homie?
Shout out first and foremost to my classmate, class of 97, OTT, the real MVP. You know how we do. Shout out to my cousin Becca, ride or die. You already know what it is. And I just want to say it's all about perspectives. That's one of the reasons why we are here. And we love the engagement. It was crazy tonight, man. We would have to hire an engineer to keep up with these comments because it was absolutely bananas tonight. And we love it. We love it that we like Sean always says, if we get one person that got that little eye that we looking at, that's viewing us, man, it means so much to us because we learn so much from each other. And we just hope that everybody takes something away from this that they can use within their lives and that they can pass on to somebody for real. We love all of y'all.
Absolutely. I want to say a couple of things. First thing, it's always good to be able to build like this. And I say build because I do think that, anytime you get a platform and you're blessed with the opportunity to speak on things from a different perspective and share your personal perspective, and as also absorb everyone else's perspective, is always a blessing. It's always a great opportunity to converse, and always a good opportunity to build. So I want to say first and foremost, that's to me, that's a blessing within itself. Part two to that is the fact that we got on here, we had a lot of people commenting, we had a lot of people viewing from the jump, and this is about 2 hours. And again, like, my attention span is very, very low. So I commend those of you who were entertained enough to kick it with us for 2 hours. That means a lot because, again, we're somebody to somebody, but we're nobody to a lot, right? And what I mean by that is we don't have a I just made that shit up. I need to write that down somewhere. We don't have
that was dope.
We don't have a name associated to anything. We're not rappers. We're not, anything that you would see on any other platform or anything you watch, right? We just who we are. And just the fact that you all are rocking with us tonight, man, it makes my heart feel really good, man. So I appreciate you brothers first and foremost for bringing your A game tonight from different perspectives, and also being able to rock with the team out there. Yo, Stacks, good job, man, on keeping the comments going. And shout out to Becca, shout out to Tina, shout out to my Wiz, shout out to TT, shout out to Tim, shout out to Paisha, Mel, everybody. If I miss you, I apologize. Shout out to all of you. YouTube, Spotify, shout out to Blackjack TV, channel 199, Blackjack
199, baby.
Opportunity.
Single.
Shout out to Mile High Radio for those of you who are listening to us in a vehicle but can't see us physically. So again, man, great show tonight. Next week is part 2 to the series, and we just created part 3 while we was on the series 2. So, the next 2 weeks, man, we're gonna dive into some stuff, man. This is therapy, man. This is black therapy, black love, black lust in Merv case, and black, black, all black everything, man. So, thank you all again. Thank you all again for rocking with us. We really appreciate it. We love you all, and fellas. Good show.
No doubt. Salute, gentlemen.
Salute. Peace. We out.